Welcome for another installment of Simon and Doug's Garden and Emily's. We're today going to start with how I prepare food scraps from the kitchen. These are the coffee filters and things like trimmings of the vegetables. So I dump them, we collect them, and then at least once a week I dump them in here. And then the key to making good worm food is to chop it up, make it small. Also, we don't use citrus. They don't like orange peel or grapefruit peel. They eat pretty much everything else. We don't put meat in ours. I mean, mostly eating vegetables anyway, so it works out just fine. Here's the closet where I have my worms, because then in the winter it never freezes in here and they stay just nice. What I do is then I put the food on top, and people do this, everybody does this a different way. I put it on top and sort of stir it in, but some people will just bury it on one side or not the other. My bin is vertical, so the worms can move out of the bottom tub into the top tub through holes I drilled. And so I'm going to stir it in just a bit, and let me just show you what we're talking about with worms. I don't know, does that show up? Hope so. These are happy worms. Very soon I'm ready to take the whole thing apart and spread it out on a blue tarp, and then the worms go deep to avoid the light, and I can rake off this beautiful worm casting compost for the garden. Here's some that was from earlier, and I separated it, and then it's been sort of breaking down even a little more, but there were eggs and young worms that I didn't separate, wasn't able to, and you can see they're still eating and breeding in here just fine. But this is great stuff for a garden.